House Stark, one of the most iconic families in Westeros, holds a storied legacy that stretches back thousands of years. Their history is intertwined with the very fabric of the North, a region they have ruled for generations. Their motto, "Winter is coming," is not just a warning but a testament to their resilience and forethought. However, beyond the surface of their cold and noble demeanor, they're like countless hidden details that make their history even more fascinating. The roots of House Stark run deep, with their ancestry tracing back to the Age of Heroes, a time of myth and legend. Among their earliest and most famous ancestors was Bran the Builder, a figure shrouded in mystery who is credited with constructing the Wall, a massive fortification of ice and magic that has protected the realms of men from the dangers of the North for millennia. Bran's contributions weren't limited to the Wall, as he is also believed to have designed Winterfell itself, the ancient seat of House Stark. This connection to the foundation of two of the most significant structures in Westeros highlights the family's integral role in shaping the continent's history. The Stark family's association with the Direwolf is another layer of their history that deserves attention. The Direwolf, a creature native to the North and often regarded as a symbol of House Stark, carries a deeper meaning than many realize. Some tales suggest that direwolves have a mystical connection to the Starks, not merely as sigils but as spiritual guides or even protectors. The discovery of 6 direwolf pups at the beginning of Game of Thrones mirrors this bond, particularly as the direwolves display a preternatural connection with their respective Stark children. This bond seems to reflect the deep connection House Stark has to the land and its ancient traditions. Another fascinating aspect of House Stark's history is their relationship with the Children of the Forest. These enigmatic beings were the original inhabitants of Westeros, living in harmony with nature and practicing a form of magic long before the arrival of the First Men. While much of the connection between the Starks and the Children has been lost to time, hints of their bond remain. The Stark family's faith in the old gods, represented by weirwood trees, stems directly from the influence of the Children of the Forest. Winterfell's Godswood, with its ancient heart tree, serves as a sacred place for the Starks to honor this ancient connection, emphasizing their role as guardians of the old ways. Winterfell itself, the ancestral seat of the Starks, harbors secrets that hint at the family's long and storied past. The castle is said to have been built over a natural hot spring, which helps keep it warm even during the harshest winters. This feature suggests that its founders understood the environment of the North intimately and planned accordingly to ensure their survival. Furthermore, some legends suggest that Winterfell's crypts, where generations of Starks are buried, are more than just resting places. These crypts are believed to hold powerful secrets, perhaps even tied to the ancient magic of the North. The crypt's connection to the family's ancestors, combined with the ever-present sense of duty to protect Westeros, paints a picture of a family that has always been acutely aware of its responsibilities. The Stark lineage is also notable for its strong connection to warging and skin-changing, a magical ability that allows individuals to enter the minds of animals and control their actions. This talent seems to run in the blood of certain Stark descendants, most notably Bran Stark, who becomes a green seer capable of seeing through time and nature. However, even among Bran's siblings, there are hints of latent abilities, particularly in their connections with their direwolves. This connection to warging underscores the ancient and mystical heritage of the Starks, setting them apart from many other noble families in Westeros. Despite their ancient origins, the Starks have not always been immune to political intrigue and conflict. The history of the North is filled with wars and betrayals, many of which shaped House Stark into the resilient force it became. One particularly dark chapter in their history is the story of the Red Kings of House Bolton, longtime rivals to the Starks. The Boltons, known for their brutality and practice of flaying their enemies, once sought to supplant the Starks as rulers of the North. The animosity between these two houses was so profound that it took generations of conflict before the Boltons were finally subdued and brought into the fold as vassals. This uneasy alliance would have repercussions in later years, particularly during the War of the Five Kings. The Stark words, "Winter is coming," serve as a somber reminder of their philosophy and understanding of the world. While other noble houses choose mottos that reflect their pride or ambitions, the Stark words are a warning, reflecting a deep-seated awareness of the cycles of hardship that define life in the North. This motto also ties into the Stark belief in preparation and vigilance, values that have ensured their survival through countless challenges. It's a stark contrast to the often ostentatious mottos of other houses, revealing a practicality and humility unique to the Starks. Even the name Stark carries connotations of the family's identity. The word itself evokes images of cold, harsh realities and an unyielding nature, characteristics that align perfectly with their northern homeland and the personality of the family. However, the name may also carry a deeper meaning, hinting at their role as protectors of Westeros against unseen threats. Throughout history, the Starks have often taken on the mantle of guardians, whether by building the wall, maintaining peace in the north, or standing against the forces of chaos during times of war. The influence of House Stark extends beyond the north, as their actions have had ripple effects throughout Westeros and even across the Narrow Sea. The War of the Five Kings, sparked in part by the execution of Eddard Stark, reshaped the political landscape of the Seven Kingdoms. Eddard's death not only plunged Westeros into chaos but also solidified the perception of House Stark as a family of unwavering principles. Even in the face of betrayal and death, the Starks remained steadfast in their commitment to honor and justice, a legacy that continued through Eddard's children. Another intriguing aspect of House Stark's history lies in their ties to the mysterious legends of the North, including the Long Night and the Night King. The Long Night, a catastrophic winter that enveloped the world in darkness, saw the emergence of the White Walkers, an otherworldly threat that nearly destroyed humanity. The Starks are believed to have played a crucial role in ending this ancient calamity, though the specifics of their involvement remain obscured by time. Some stories suggest that the Night King himself was a Stark, perhaps a former Lord Commander of the Night's Watch who succumbed to the lure of dark magic. While these tales may be exaggerated or distorted, they underscore the idea that House Stark's destiny is intricately tied to the supernatural forces of the North. The Night's Watch itself shares a deep historical connection with the Starks. As the protectors of the Wall and the realms of men, the Watch has always depended on the Starks for support, both in terms of resources and leadership. Many members of House Stark have taken the Black over the centuries, with Jon Snow being the most notable example in recent memory. This tradition of service highlights the family's enduring commitment to protecting Westeros, even when it means personal sacrifice. Moreover, the Starks' proximity to the Wall has made them the first line of defense against the threats from beyond, reinforcing their role as guardians of the realm. House Stark's reputation for honor and justice, while central to their identity, has also been a double-edged sword. This unwavering moral code often puts them at odds with the political realities of Westeros, where deception and pragmatism are more common than virtue. Eddard Stark, perhaps the most emblematic figure of this principle, met his tragic end precisely because he refused to compromise his sense of honor. However, this adherence to their values has also won the Starks the loyalty and respect of many, even in the face of adversity. It's a testament to their integrity that, despite their hardships, the Stark name remains synonymous with justice and righteousness. Another hidden detail about the Starks is the enduring mystery surrounding the Kings of Winter, their ancestors who ruled the North for thousands of years before the Targaryen conquest. These ancient kings were known for their fierce independence and their ability to command the loyalty of the northern clans. While much of their history has been lost, their legacy lives on in the stark, rugged ethos of the North. The Kings of Winter were also said to wield an air of mysticism, possibly linked to the old gods or the magical traditions of the Children of the Forest. This aura of otherworldliness adds an additional layer of intrigue to their already fascinating history. The Stark bloodline itself is another element worth exploring. Unlike many noble families, the Starks have managed to preserve a relatively unbroken lineage, even in the face of countless wars and political upheavals. This continuity speaks to their resilience and adaptability, qualities that have allowed them to weather the many storms that have swept through Westeros. Additionally, some have speculated that there is something unique about Stark blood, given their affinity for warging and their strong ties to the old gods. While these theories remain speculative, they add a sense of mystery to the family's already storied lineage. The Crypts of Winterfell, often mentioned in hushed tones, hold a special place in Stark history. These underground chambers are not just a burial site, but a symbol of the family's connection to its past. The statues of deceased Stark lords, each depicted with a direwolf by their side, are a constant reminder of the family's enduring legacy. Some believe the crypts are imbued with ancient magic, serving as a protective force for Winterfell and the North. The eerie atmosphere of the crypts, combined with their deep historical significance, makes them a central part of the Stark mythos. The Starks' interactions with other noble houses have also played a significant role in shaping their history. While they are often seen as isolationists due to their northern roots, the Starks have forged alliances and rivalries that have had far-reaching consequences. Their alliance with House Tully through Eddard's marriage to Catelyn brought the Riverlands into their sphere of influence, while their long-standing rivalry with House Lannister culminated in the devastating events of the War of the Five Kings. These relationships highlight the Starks' ability to navigate the complex web of Westerosi politics, even if their efforts have often been met with betrayal and tragedy. A lesser-known aspect of Stark history is their connection to the Manderlys, one of the most prominent families in the North. Originally hailing from the Reach, the Manderlys were exiled and found refuge in the North, where the Starks granted them lands and titles in exchange for their loyalty. This act of generosity not only solidified the Manderlys' allegiance to the Starks, but also demonstrated the family's capacity for magnanimity and strategic thinking. The Manderlys would go on to play a crucial role in the Starks' resurgence, particularly during the events of the later seasons of Game of Thrones. House Stark's resilience in the face of adversity is perhaps their most defining trait. From the fall of Winterfell to the betrayals they suffered during the War of the Five Kings, the Starks have endured countless trials that would have destroyed lesser families. Yet, time and again, they have risen from the ashes, stronger and more determined than before. This unyielding spirit is a testament to their deep-rooted connection to the North and their unwavering commitment to their principles. It's this resilience that has cemented their place not just as rulers of the North, but as one of the most enduring symbols of strength and honor in Westeros.